Hi Aquarius, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general messages for the 18th through the 14th of December. I'm going to be doing love and career. I'm going to timestamp below, so if you don't want to hang out for both, that's fine, because these are going to be extended reads. So I'm going to start off with a few minutes of astrology. If you don't want to watch that, I am time stamping the portion where the relationship begins, readings begin. I'm not going to speak too extensively about the astrology for the week. There is a lot going on, but I just want to mention the Sagittarius new moon on Monday, December 14th. It's a total solar eclipse. And for those of you who don't know, a solar eclipse is just like a regular new moon where the moon passes between the earth and the sun, but this solar eclipse, a solar eclipse is more powerful because the moon darkens the sun, right? So this is going to be happening at 23 degrees and 8 minutes of Sagittarius. It's going to be mostly affecting mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Now, even though you guys are an Aquarius, you have everything in your chart. So if you know your chart, check out where you have Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and Pisces, and see if you have anything at 18 to 28 degrees. Look at the house that it's in. And that at that part of your life is going to be feeling this the most significantly. Now, if you don't know your chart, that's totally fine. Those of you who do know, though, that you are an Aquarius rising, if you know that you're an Aquarius rising, you're going to be feeling this the most in your 11th house. And your 11th house has to do with friends, your friend circle, the groups you associate yourself with, but it also has to do overall with your goals and where it is that you see yourself going in your life, right? So this is where we have this fabulous solar eclipse going on. This is a heavy one, right? It really is. This is aligned with Mercury in the South Node. So the spiritual meaning of this is going to be relating to how we think and communicate. So your thinking having to do with your goals, the communication that you're going to be using with your friend, everything's going to feel different right now, okay? It's a very spiritual energy. Now it's trining Mars. So this gives us the energy to initiate, to set new goals, which I think is great for you guys, and act on your plans with a greater confidence than you have been in the past. However, there is going to be a harsh aspect to Neptune, which means you have to protect yourself. We all do, against deception. You know, you don't want to look at anything through rose-colored glasses. You want to make sure that you're thinking things through. Understand that you might, whatever it is that you're planning, you might not be able to see everything clearly right now, and that's okay. That's just part of the course, right, with eclipse season anyway. But Neptune is also rules infection. Okay, so we all really very much need to be very careful of that, okay, in this energy. It's got a weird square to Mercury. It's going to bring a lot of confusion, a lot of deception, but because of its other placements as well, it's this idea of the infection. So just please make sure you take extra care of yourself. Holiday season is a busy season, even in a pandemic. So just make sure that, you know, if you're eating that little extra, whatever it is, make sure you're taking really good care of yourself other than that, okay? So that's what's going on with that. Let's get into the relationship read. I'm going to be pulling a Celtic cross spread for you and a Celtic cross spread for an energy that you're dealing with, okay? As a subjective read. I'll talk about that in a second. Let's pull for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus first. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure you check all of your signs to get the fullest message. If this doesn't resonate with you, check your other Sun, Moon, your rising Sun, Moon, Sun, or Venus sign. Now I'm going to be pulling a subjective Celtic cross spread. You may not agree with what comes out on this end. This is coming from the perspective of the energy that you're dealing with. Maybe you're with them, maybe you're not. You're going to know who it is. Okay. Often people show up in our readings that we haven't been with for a while. By the way, you know, even if we're in another relationship, this other energy will just show up. Energy is very interesting like that. It has like little regard for the 3D, you know. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So we have you coming into this energy. We have the Three of Cups. I like this energy. This is fun energy. It's friendship, celebration, you know, feeling the circle of support. It's Mercury in Cancer. It's about home, you know, feeling safe, feeling secure, nuzzled in. Okay, now we have in the current situation, we have Judgment that's crossed by the High Priestess in the reverse. So that's interesting because Judgment is about clarity and making a final decision on something, having a wake-up call to your life's purpose. right? But the ability to do that is being crossed by the High Priestess reverse, which is about blocked intuition and clouded insight. So we have your clarity as being blocked by clouded insight, right? And this kind of blocked intuition right now. So there's something you're not seeing. Doesn't mean you're not intelligent. It doesn't mean you don't have high emotional intelligence or anything like that. It's like you literally can't see something. And this could have everything to do with Neptune right now, by the way. So we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse as the crowning energy, which is an inability to commit. This idea of, feeling overwhelmed by something within relationship. You just don't want to commit to something right now. There's nothing wrong with that, but you just you don't want to commit to something right now. It's not that you don't want to be in a relationship, but you just can't commit according to how somebody needs for you to commit. It does seem, but the foundation is the Ten of Cups energy, which is interesting because this is about contentment, total love and support. So I do see a sense of confusion here, Aquarius, because it's like, now you may be dealing with somebody else's inability to commit where you're focused on the Ten of Cups energy, or you might be feeling energetically somebody else's desire to have this Ten of Cups energy with you, but you can't commit. Could show definitely up either way like that. You may be the one who is experiencing somebody else's inability to commit. Or at least if it's not even their inability to commit, you can be feeling very overwhelmed and struggling with what somebody has been presenting to you, Aquarius. So maybe somebody is acting and behaving in a certain way that's just like a little too much for you, and you feel very overwhelmed by it, right? You got this Three of Swords, and we like it much better in the reverse. It's actually kind of positive because this is about apologies and recovering after something and going through a healing phase, right? So this could be you apologizing, because this is very much a you energy. So you can be apologizing to somebody for hurting them, or somebody apologizing to you and you being in a space of just trying to physically heal. The energy that you're dealing with, you view them as the Lover's reverse, which is that energy of a breakup, of a divorce, of argumentative, of discord. Somebody who makes bad choices, somebody who, maybe doesn't think things through, who's not willing to compromise as well. This is how you're thinking about this energy that you've been with, because the Lover's energy is all about making a decision to work at something together, and you have to work it together. Everybody has to be on the same page, otherwise it doesn't have that blessing from Archangel Raphael. It's a beautiful energy with a beautiful blessing, but everyone has to be on the same page. And in the reverse, it's somebody's just like, you would love to have this relationship with somebody, but it's like they don't see things the way, in your mind, accurately, and your fear here is regarding this relationship. Your fear is the Three of Pentacles, Mars and Capricorn. This is very, very interesting because your fear is being in a space of teamwork with this person, collaborating with this person. You're afraid to get, this is very interesting. There's something going on within this connection that you very much disagree with, how they're either handling something or something about their connection that is just not jiving with you. You're just, no. In the near future, we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is, this is new love. This is newness coming in. But it's interesting. I feel like you're between spaces, kind of between worlds right now, because I feel like this is one person's energy, but then we have somebody new coming in. Then the final outcome is the Queen of Cups in the reverse, which indicates dealing with insecurity, somebody who's very smothering. It could be like an addiction energy as well. Addiction could have to do with anything from drugs, alcohol, food, sex, a mindset, anxiety, depression, unchecked, untreated, anything that will create any kind of imbalance, right? Anything like that. You have someone think about like the devil energy, but it's somebody who's, painfully insecure. So, and the thing is, because of this, you're not going to be able to have that that firm foundation that you want, right? Because the Queen of Cups is a Gemini and Cancer energy, right? So Gemini is all about communication and learning something new and communicating in a way that ends up inciting this feeling of a firm foundation, this feeling of love, this feeling of groundedness, firm, okay, we're good, right? We're good. And in the reverse, it's like, this person, this energy is just not capable of doing it. Even if you want to have this new beginning with them, if this Page of Cups is like a new cycle with them, I don't see that though, Aquarius. I have to tell you, I see you healing and meeting somebody new. I see somebody new coming in. So I can pull more energies on that, but let's see what's going on with them. Coming into this energy, we have the wheel reverse. Okay, coming into this. So this is about, for them, feeling very out of control of their emotions, very out of control in their life, feeling very stuck in a rut, not having the best luck in something, or at least in their mind, right? In their mind, they felt like they were not experiencing very good luck. Situation right now is the Hermit reverse for them, and it's being crossed by the Ace of Cups. So this is getting in their way of being able to offer love. I mean, the Hermit energy, they're very lonely, they're very isolated on the one hand, but they're repeating past mistakes, and there's this element of stuck, just stuck, getting in the way of having this Ace of Cups energy, this proposing something moving forward, this romantic love, this partnership, you know. It's very interesting. So it's like they're, I'm getting very much like they can't get out of their own way kind of energy. The crowning is the Ten of Wands in the reverse, which is about taking a break and finally saying no to something, like lightening up. Feeling more free about how they feel or how they think or what they want, their motivation to move forward. You know, it's like something's over, right? But there's this lightening up. But at the same time, the foundation energy is the Two of Cups, which is about partnership and wanting to propose something to move forward. But with this Hermit energy, it's like they can't get past the way something was. Because the Hermit, again, not to repeat myself, I'm just processing this, you know, it's in the reverse, it is about, you know, repeating past mistakes, which is being crossed by the idea of a new relationship. So maybe the new relationship is a relationship that you're getting into, where that's going to kind of kill their chances of being able to, in their mind, being able to get back together with you. But something's over. But then there's this desire for proposal. We have this working with the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords energy, which is about self-imposed isolation, self-imposed imprisonment. This is where they are psychologically. They've put themselves in their own prison, right? But this is all very self-imposed. But within this energy, you know, people often ask themselves, like, you know, maybe I'm not enough. Maybe this isn't for me after all, right? It's a very vulnerable, very insecure energy. And that did come up in yours as well. It's where they are right now. Now, the way they see you right now, you're in this Two of Pentacles energy. So they see you as somebody who has a couple of choices to make, who has options, you know, who has choices. You're the one with the choices here. And their fear is the Three of Wands. So their fear is that you guys won't be, you know, taking part in some sort of teamwork, expansion, really working together, working towards your future. Because the Three of Wands is very much about keep the past in the past. Let's just focus moving forward. Let's not even look back. We have everything we need. It's a Sun and Aries energy, fresh path, new perspective, new. And they're afraid of that. They're absolutely afraid of it. But what do they see as far as the near future of the relationship is wish fulfillment energy, the Nine of Cups. So it's this Jupiter and Pisces energy. It's all about, wishes coming true. So a healthier relationship, okay? But it's very interesting because their near future is wish fulfillment. Your near future is the Page of Cups, which is about a new love. This is very interesting. Now, for some of you, it's going to be that they really want to come back around, but you're going to be in the space of realizing, you know, at the end of the day, that this person is just not able to provide you with what it is that you want in a relationship. Because that's what the Queen of Cups in reverse is. It's just like this inability to be nurturing, to be supportive, to have an open mind, to, you know, to support mutually. Their final outcome is the High Priestess energy. And the High Priestess is moon energy, and when I say with the moon energy, you have to be a little careful. I know people love the High Priestess because it's like, yes, trusting myself, intuition, fabulous. It also indicates secrets, though. It indicates thoughts and things being felt inside that are not being shared. And the thing is, that's fine, but we always want to be careful of moon energy because it's very, very subjective. And there's no one internal to us to check us, to make sure that we're not telling ourselves a false narrative, right? That's always the risk that we run in our intuition, always. That's part of the human condition. Well, I followed my heart. I did what I felt was best at the moment. How many times have we ended up like in terrible situations because of that? It doesn't make us unintelligent or ill-equipped for life. It doesn't. It just means sometimes our intuition gets blocked by other things internally. So that's something that they need to be careful of, having to do with this High Priestess energy. Because why would we, I want to pull a couple more cards here for you. Is why would we get like the wish fulfillment in the near future and then the High Priestess? Why would they suddenly be secretive about something? Holding something back? Well, let's see. First, I want to pull on the Queen of Cups here in the reverse. Interesting. Okay. So the Four of Pentacles is an element of greed, right? Now, it doesn't have to be with money. It could definitely be with emotional, mental, or physical connection. But when we have this, it's this very strong desire for long-term security. And this person just really not being able to, it's kind of what we said, right? With the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Cups in reverse is, you know, there's this idea of again, this is more greed. That's what this means, Nine of Cups in reverse. We have greed and we have greed. Now again, this could be with money, or this can be with emotional, mental, physical connection. This also indicates weight gain, laziness, somebody who's just looking for quick results. You not feeling in alignment with this person, right? And we have this working with the Four of Cups in the reverse. Four of Cups in reverse is you have a new outlook. There may be a new option here as well for you, right? But you have a new outlook. You see things differently. You're seeing things differently. Now for them, just want to understand what's happening between this Nine of Cups and this High Priestess energy. Page of Swords in reverse. Four of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, Four of Pentacles came up for them as well. And Three of Cups. So the Page of Swords reverse is about some sort of feeling very weak, not such good news coming in, immature communication. You know, this is how they're seeing you. And they're seeing you as somebody who is very greedy with emotions as well. It's interesting. It's like you see each other the same way in that way. But then we have the Three of Cups. We still have the Three of Cups, which is they want to be with you anyway, though, Aquarius. They still... And this is kind of like a celebratory vibe, right? With your friends, your family, really good things going on, feeling safe and secure. Even though they have this sense of, this energy of greed, it's like you both feel like neither of you give what's necessary to the connection. Very interesting. Okay, so let me pull a Wisdom of the Oracle for you and then for them. And we'll pull some Island Time Wellness. So what Oracle advice can we get? Ay. Aquarius. Can we talk about soulmates just for a quick second? Soulmates, I don't know how many of you have heard my little spiel on this. Soulmates come together for a season, 2 seasons, 10 seasons, sometimes 50 seasons, and they're meant to learn lessons from each other. It doesn't mean that you're meant to go the long haul. You may be, but it doesn't mean necessarily so. The main reason for soulmate connections from an energetic perspective is to learn lessons. Now, there's an old Asian story that I believe in. It's mythology that I believe, same way as the soulmate energy is mythology. But if you look it up, it's the red thread energy, red as in the color, thread energy. And that's what I believe in, where it's, you know, I believe in this more than soulmate, twin flame, that, you know, all of, I do believe in karmic, right? Because it's the same thing as the soulmate energy, where we're meant to learn lessons from each other. But the red thread energy is that when we're born, we have this invisible red thread tied around our ankle, and the other end of that red thread is tied around somebody else's ankle. And our soul's purpose in this lifetime is to try to find that person. If we don't find them in this lifetime, we will in the next. And when we get together, there are going to be a lot of rough lessons that we learn with that person, soulmates, on a soul level. Except with the red thread energy, we figure it out together. We figure out the lessons together, and then we live together. We've learned the lessons and we complete the cycle. So the soulmate could just mean that there were a lot of lessons to learn here. But then we have this, for them, a change in the wind. So a change in the winds means there's been a change in circumstances. There's a change in something. There's a change in dynamic of what's going on here. Aquarius, I feel like they really want to be with you. You know, it looks like they've made some sort of a change or adjustment that needed addressing. Wow. One more. We have stabbed in the back the snake, phoenix, coffee cup, abundance. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Okay, so you guys were. Okay, there's this idea. Now, this is the energy for the two of you. Clarifying that is the Five of Wands. So there's a lot of ego issue going on here, a lot of rivalry, challenges, obstacles, a lot of challenges, right? And the ability to move forward. The Five of Wands is very much, it's Saturn and Leo. So it's like, again, like this battle of the wills. I'm not even necessarily, it could be like a one-upping each other kind of situation, but you guys couldn't get it together. The fact that you both got the Four of Pentacles, I feel like you guys couldn't get it together with how exactly you communicated. Next, we have the snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder. The other woman, the other man. It doesn't necessarily mean that there had to be another person involved here, but it could be just this idea of there being something taken away from the energy here. It's this competition. So the competition can definitely be like within the relationship. And I do feel like there was a rivalrous energy. Some of you are going to be resonating with it as being a third person, but it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be. There could be this idea of competition here as well. Then we have the sun. You have everything in your power to fix this if you guys wanted to, because the sun is a beautiful energy about material happiness, a joyous outcome, there being success, but there has to be work put in. It's not automatic. You have to put the work in. But what the sun does is it gives you the warmth and it gives you all the tools that you need to actually fix something. Then we have the phoenix. The phoenix is about new phase, rekindling, renewing, transforming, growth, changed mind. All right, the phoenix rising from the ashes. Let's see what we have working with that. We have the Mother of Wands. Confidence, self-assuredness. So I feel like wherever this lack of security was being felt here, that vulnerability is being addressed. Somebody's having a come to Jesus moment. Let's see. Then we have with the coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted. Very much a Three of Cups energy as well. So let's see, because they got that here. We got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And this is nice. I mean, because this is about new hope. Hope returning. Recovering from something that was really challenging. And then we have abundance. Keeping a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. And then we have that working with the Two of Swords. Time to compromise and make a decision. There needs to be a decision made here. Wow. Whew. I'm kind of like emotionally exhausted from this, Aquarius. I feel like we've been kind of all over the place. At the end of the day, though, I feel I keep coming back to the Four of Pentacles here for the two of you. There is this change in the wind, and this is the advice here, is they need to make a change in their approach to something. And you need to understand that there's a soul connection here. Now, it's up to you whether you want to re-engage with the person or not. Tarot and astrology never take into account a person's human right of choice, but we can only deliver the energetic weather to you. Okay, so that's what we have for that. Now, again, I'm going to be time stamping below. We're going to go on to the next portion of the reading. I'm holding off talking about it too much until I sweep up the cards because I am time stamping. And if somebody's tuning in just for the career or money, I don't want them to have to watch me clean up cards. Okay, now we're clear. So career / money. Not everybody is working right now. Not everybody has a career, right? This could have to do with any of the following and any variation of it. Your career that you're in or that you wish to go into or something that you are involved in. Anything involving money having to do with a lawsuit, an insurance settlement, inheritance, an investment payout, money having to do with a business that you invested in with somebody else. It could have to do with your partner's money. This could have to do with absolutely any financial situation that you could think of. Divorce settlement, alimony, child support, anything like that, okay? So I'm going to pull 5 Lenormand across, and then I'm going to pull tarot as clarifiers for each one. So we have the Well to start, so something needs to be looked at a little more closely, but it's a very positive energy. It means whatever it is that's on your heart about career, what it is that you want to do, about money, how the outcome that you're wishing for, you can have it. You're just going to have to work really hard at it. And there's something that you need to see, that even though you feel like you've seen everything, there's something that's... So this can have to do... The mice has to do with... can be a whittling away of money, somebody siphoning money away, or this could be something just bothering you. It's like eating away at you, and you have to really look at it. Because it's very easily like this thing that you could push down inside and not look at it right now. And no one's better at doing that than an Aquarius energy. God bless you. I mean, really, you guys are great at doing that. That comes in handy. If like you can't fall apart in the moment, Aquarius are great. Aquarius energy, depends on what else you have in your chart, but Aquarius, the energy is like, I'm going to put it in this cabinet inside of myself and shut the door, and I'll open it again next year when I'm ready, kind of energy. But this is something that's deeply troubling you that you can't not look at. Then we have this idea of home, foundation, roots, feeling grounded, feeling secure in something. This Owl card keeps coming up for everyone, no matter how many times the veil is just so flippin' thin this month. It's unbelievable. So there's something that needs to be seen, okay? We have the key. The key is all about, what are you going to do? Are you going to lock up this thing that you need to look at that is, it's that thing that's sort of like in your solar plexus. You can feel it. Something is bothering you. Something is tugging at you. Something needs to be looked at regarding some sort of financial situation or something in your career. You're being pushed by spirit, pushed by somebody who loves you, who's on the other side, pushed by your higher self. Or this could be literally being pushed by an elder who absolutely has your back. They love you, very supportive, right? But this is a very wise message coming in. And it's always down to, what are you going to do? You have a human choice. Are you going to lock away that thing that should be looked at, so that part of your soul, as far as your creativity or what it is that you want to do in your life, is held in a gilded cage for all of your days? Or are you going to release it? The fact that we have the key and the well as bookends with the idea of foundation in the center is pretty important to me as a reader that's showing up very loudly for me. So let's see what we can get out of this. No, I don't want to use those. I don't want to use them. I'm going to use these. Okay. It's very interesting. The star card just popped up. I just saw it in my shuffle. It didn't pop out. It popped up for me to see it. The star card is Aquarius energy. So interesting. Okay. So what needs to be looked at? So we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse is, some of you might be dealing with somebody who's really kind of cruel at work, somebody who has these has a tendency to these violent outbreaks, or just very deliberate, right? But there is also this very deliberate message, this idea of deliberate. As a general energetic influence, there is this deliberate energetic message that's coming in that may be a little harsh for you to swallow, but it's entirely worth you doing. Now, I do see you going back to something that you were involved in at one point. Now, if this has to do with some sort of, case or anything like that, the Six of Cups is getting in touch with, because the Six of Cups is about nostalgia, and it's about reuniting with somebody from your past. So, if this could have to do with insurance, but getting back in touch with a more innocent time within a connection, or this could have to do with going back to something that you used to do. You might be returning to a job you used to be involved in, returning to an idea for a career that you used to entertain, that you used to want to do. As maybe you're involved in something that you're realizing, you know what, at the end of the day, this isn't really what I want to be doing. So returning to an idea, maybe something that you started going back to, or this could have to do with you hooking up with people that you grew up with or you knew at one point, and them having some sort of positive influence on where it is that you're moving forward into. And she's definitely moving away from something. Yeah, there's no question. Withdrawing, retreating, moving on, abandoning something. You're abandoning something. Right? You're abandoning something, but something's really bothering you. You have to get in touch with what it is here. I feel like the well and the mice are working together. So let's see. We have the Devil energy working with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, working with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. Devil energy is all about imbalance. So this has to do with addiction, greed, envy, materialism, obsession. Very imbalanced energy. It doesn't matter how you slice it, because it's going to be something different, obviously, for each of you. This is a general message. But just think about, when it comes to money and when it comes to work, where are you experiencing this sense of imbalance? This sense of being stuck, or this sense of needing to deal with an energy that's imbalanced and you have no control over it. Because at the end of the day, we can only control ourselves, right? And it's interesting, the Devil energy is the Capricorn energy, which does rule, is the landlord of the 10th house of career and of work. So we have that working with the Ace of Cups in reverse, and this is about being let down and you might be feeling a little depressed right now, or disappointed in the way a certain situation is rolling out, because someone is being very cold and very rigid, not very kind. You may even be dealing with some dishonesty here. So I feel like, Now, I want to say this just because I'm being called to say it. For some of you, what's really bothering you is your own sense of imbalance and your own ability to feel very motivated about moving forward in something. See, like maybe you studied for something and you planned for this career and you invested a lot of maybe time, of money into something, but at the end of the day you realize you really don't want to be involved in that. You just don't want to be. There's something about it that doesn't resonate with you. There's the Queen of Swords in reverse as a general energy. If it's not a person who's cold, rigid in their logic, who's very dishonest and unkind, right? That could just simply be the vibe that you're getting from that career. Like you're just not connecting with it. There's something cold about it. Is you're almost feeling like it's not speaking to your truth, But you have to, and this is really bothering you because you are very concerned about your foundation. Yeah. Yeah. Because the Six of Cups in reverse, the Six of Coins rather in reverse, Six of Coins in the upright is about generosity and you're getting what you needed, but here it's about debt, right? And it's about struggle. And you're afraid you're going to end up struggling. Some of you may be dealing with a very selfish energy at the same time. There might be debt involved here, a one-sided charity. There not being a reciprocity of money right now within the home, and it's deeply troubling you. We have this working with the Two of Swords in the reverse. There's a lot of confusion, indecision, information overload. There's a lot of confusion here, right in the center of what it is that you need to feel grounded, rooted, safe, and secure. But then we have the Knight of Cups, which is really nice. Because the Knight of Cups, having to do with the relationship rate, is very much about a proposal. So having some sort of idea. And the idea can come to you very serendipitously. I'm feeling that because we have the Owls next. So next we have the Owls, which is all about wisdom. So let's see, what are we finding out here for you? Faith. Okay, so some of you may be getting into, think about anything having to do with faith. Being called to say that. Maybe somebody's true calling is to get into something having to do with belief systems. It can be religion, and organized religion or not. Something to do with, could even have to do with light work, having to do with the occult. Anything that is your faith system, it can be that. It doesn't have to be. Faith is also about simply, it's a Hierophant energy, tradition, convention, expectations, conformity. It's a very spiritual message coming in for you. And then we have the Nine of Coins in the reverse. The Nine of Coins in reverse is about experiencing this financial setback, though, right? It's the idea of jealousy, envy. It's working a lot. We have the Judgment reverse. There's denial going on here, making an error in judgment because you're fearing change. And there might be this element of just feeling very weak about something right now. But we have the Sun as a final card. I pulled the fourth card here. So this is good. The Sun is about material happiness, a joyous outcome. I see you taking a chance on something and it going well. I do see, I sense a level of vulnerability regarding finances. I do see some sort of proposal coming in, some sort of idea, some sort of epiphany, sticking with expectations, conformity, and it ending up going well for you ultimately. Okay, I mean, we have this Judgment reverse though, right? You're fearing that change. I just want to pull, what's going to make the Sun happen? Oh, the Death. All right, so the Death in reverse is about stagnation, inertia. I'm feeling very stuck. And we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is a very insecure, you're feeling very insecure about something. Very insecure. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is about mental block. Okay. Then we have the Page of Swords. Wow, look at this. Okay. So some sort of bad news coming in regarding something. This could be some sort of legal issue, tax issue, something like that. Then we have the Six of Swords in reverse, feeling like you're not able to move on. You're feeling very stagnant in your energy, your ability to move on from something. Then we have the Moon. So the Moon is about things that we feel inside, but the Moon also is the ruler of the fourth house of home. It's about really getting in touch with what you need to feel safe and secure. And then we have the Three of Wands. Very nice. Sun in Aries. So really moving forward, when we're teamwork, commerce, expansion. Not looking back. This is an opportunity coming in that's not going to allow you to even look back. Not allow you. You're not going to want to. So somebody backing you forth. It's like, so something is going to be presented that's going to just wrap everything up here and you're just going to be moving forward. But let's see what needs to be unlocked in this cage. We have the Wheel. We have the World. My goodness. Oh my gosh. What? Wow. So I feel like once you take this chance and you do what it is that you truly want in your soul, Aquarius, what you really want, I feel like that is the key here. That's not the key, but that's the rose here. Look at this fabulous trifecta here. My goodness. The Wheel is beautiful. Good fortune, a turning point, taking a chance in something. Definitely going to need to take a chance, but it's going beautifully. This is a Jupiter energy. Such a benefic energy when it comes to career. Absolutely. Then we have the World. completing a goal, completing a lesson, arriving, beautiful. This is completing a Saturn lesson. So this is about putting your hard work into something and again getting the blessings for decades and decades. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Wishes coming true, material, abundance, good health. Wow, what a fabulous way to end the reading. Holy cow. All right, thank you, my friends. That is what I have for you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.